Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I have visited with you guys. Hope everybody is well and happy and getting ready for fall, y'all, because it is definitely definitely on its way. I spent the morning trimming up some bushes and just kind of welcoming in the season. The greenhouse is good, but of course nothing's growing right now because we're all done with that. We're all done with the growing season. I have discovered peculiarly Ashley. Her name is Ashley Vortman, and I will leave a link in the description box below so you can check her out. She has become quite my watching obsession lately. She's got a definite, original, unique, particularly cool flair about the kind of art that she does. She is super creative, and I like her humor. She is funny, she is witty, she is charming, she is a little bit irreverent, and I do like that, y'all. I do like that. So, anyway, Ashley alters these flavor, miniatures. And I mean, she does a whole lot of stuff, but this is like one of the first things that I saw her alter. So I wanted to show you my take on A Taste of Life. And this is what the brochure looks like. So you get a sense that, oh gosh, I'm way too, hold on. Close your eyes. There we go. That's better. Um, so this is the box. This is the maker. Flever. This one was like 12 bucks. And this is the very awful, terrible directions that go with this. It is really bad. And that's another thing that Ashley points out too, that these are cheap, and they're cheap for a reason, and they're cheap because you can alter them, and that is the fun part of this. So this one's called Taste of Life, and this is kind of what it should have looked like. But you know me and my creepy and fairy and witchy, so this is what it ended up looking like. I wanted to kind of do a little show and tell with this piece before I did it comes with a dust cover, and before I did the dust cover over it, because that'll create like a bit of a glare on the camera, I just wanted to walk you through the piece as I kind of envisioned it. So to me, this is a little fairy witch's kitchen, and you can tell that it's a fairy witch's kitchen because of all of the cool things she has inside it. Now up here is a spell jar in this cabinet, and we're going to turn on the lights in just a minute so you can kind of get a really good sense of what this kit looks like when it is lit up, which is one of the cool things about buying something for just like $12, because you can afford to experiment with it and put things together and take things apart and use what you want. This one came with a stool, right? And you were supposed to put together this stool. That did not work for me at all. I couldn't do it, so I just had to knock out a different kind of stool right here. I just used some matchsticks, and the actual seat to the stool worked, but the legs to it did not work. Okay, so I really like this kit because I thought this refrigerator was really neat. I did sand it a bit and alter it a bit so it wasn't so bright pink as it was in the kit. But I thought that this was really fun. Let's talk about dimensions. This is 3.5 by 4.5. So the back wall is 4.5. It is a tiny piece. It was difficult to work with the items that you had to cut out. These are so tiny. I couldn't do it. So I just kind of did things my way and did not. After I got the initial thing together, I just didn't follow the directions at all after that, which is okie doke, right? It's okay to step out of your boundaries and step out of your limits. This is moss from my yard. This is a little ceramic mushroom. I thought it kind of fit in there really well. This is an example of I'll put Lindsay's website below. You can print the covers of these books and the insides of these books. It's so much fun. Again, it's really tiny, and I'm not sure that I'm probably going to go this small on my next build. I think it will just have to be a little bit bigger than this. There are things cooking on the cook stove. You can see here, we think it's a slime experiment because that's kind of the greenish color that we have going on here. We've got some spices and herbs and all kinds of things here. The funny thing about this little diorama is that our sweet little fairy witch has lost some of her tarot cards because she's just misplaced them. She's a rather scattered fairy witch. We can see that she's had something on a chain here, but she did let it go, which we don't know where she let it go. There's a sweet little towel holder right here. That was a fun item to make. She's got a rug right in front of her sink right there. The sink was tricky, but again, it was a really fun thing to create. We've got a little flower here, a tiny little coffee cup. Gosh, it was so hard to get the handle on that coffee cup. You can see, I mean, this is my finger and that's the coffee cup. Tiny, tiny little things. A book right here. She is munching on orange slices. There's her little fork right there. Now, underneath the cabinet, she's not very neat. She's kind of sporadic. She kind of has things all around. The tarot cards are under her little table. She's got a book about the red dragon. That's what I was getting at. Ashley has these printable book covers at her website, and they are so, so amazingly super cool. There's a bottle of something here with a cork top. Might be eyeballs. Who knows? This rock, I was just going to put a stone in here, and it just got stuck. So I was like, okay, well, that's where you'll go. There's a Ouija board under here as well. Another printable from Ashley. We think this is a weather barometer, maybe. We're not sure what this is. So you kind of get a sense of what we have going on. It's really fun. Now, let me use all my digits and turn this on for you. I hope she works today. This was so fussy, but I'm really glad that I know how to wire now. I know how to wire the lighting and things like this. So you can see what it looks like. You can see how the cabinet is kind of lit up. There we go. So, I mean, it was really fun. Like I said, I'm ready to put the dust cover on it. 3.5 by 4.5 up here. I just wanted to show this to you guys and visit with you for just a minute. I am not making books. Kind of doubt I'll ever go back to that, but you never know. You never know. I highly recommend that if you are at a stage of life that you find something to occupy your mind. It's so beneficial, you guys, to be able to use art as an off-ramp. So sometimes your thoughts are just spiraling and spiraling in a bad place, and you can't get out of that bad place. Art can be your off-ramp. This kind of thing was not easy, But because it was not easy, it kept my mind engaged. Even when, you know, how sometimes you get in those phases where you can't sleep and you're just worried and you're anxious, and, you know, you can say a lot about, you know, give it to God, and that often works for me, but sometimes it does not quite work for me. I have used art as an off-ramp. I've used music as an off-ramp. I've used playing guitar, playing piano, or singing as an off-ramp. Find your off-ramp. Find your art off-ramp. And something like this can make you happy. It supplants the bad thoughts with good thoughts. A lot of times when I was doing this little project, you know, I'm really bad about waking up at night and not being able to fall back asleep. But I could start thinking about my little fairy kitchen and plan what I was going to do with it. What were my next steps? How could I solve the problems that I was having just with things not being cut the right size and that sort of thing from the kit? And it really did supplant my my negative thoughts. And we are what we think. We become what we think. Our thinking mind is very important to our physical well-being and our mental well-being. So try and find something, you know, whether it's baking cookies or painting or drawing or embroidery or weaving or whatever. There's plenty of art out there to have fun with and to experiment with. And it does not have to cost a ton of money. Don't buy up all the yarn, you know, don't buy up all the paint, don't buy up all the brushes, you know, just get started with something. I think it's very important that we at this stage of life that we get started with doing something. So this is my new thing. My next kit is, so this one was like $11, $12. This one was $15, and I do like it a lot. It's a 3D wooden puzzle. It's called Book Nook. So I think that this will be a lot of fun to put together. You can see there's a telescope and a lamp and somebody that is climbing some stairs here. It just looked really intriguing. If you're into puzzles, you might want to try this. It's really fun. It's really different. It encourages you to think in a spatial kind of way, which is super cool too. I hope that all of you are doing good. Please chime in. Please visit Peculiarly Ashley. I'll put her link in the website below. She has an excellent book that you guys might be interested in. So I will direct you to her website. And from her website, you can get these free little book covers at her website. And you can also order her new book. Okay, it was fun to see you guys today. And I hope that, hope I'll be back soon. Never can tell. Never can tell. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.